Hello everybody, welcome to Sauron Takes On Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah, or rather, how long is it until Sauron's Elgato messes the video up? We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so in case you missed it, not that anybody watches my Let's Plays, but last week I premiered a Sauron Takes On Where's Waldo. That was fun. That was an interesting situation here. My whole video just crashed. Oh, there we go. Yep, so the whole front of the video is corrupted. That's going to be fun. Yay. So this might be cut entirely. Oh, yippee skippy. That's all I need is a corrupted video. But for the most part, yeah, we're going to be taking on some of the stars in the engine room today. I'm just kind of messing around at this point in time. So, this isn't super important by any means, but, yeah. The engine room. Fun place. And I mean that, too. There's actually some really cool stars here, so hopefully the video is working now. Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But, yeah, so how's everyone been last couple of weeks? I premiered my first Season 8 video again. Sauron Takes On Where's Waldo, where I go through the books and all the video games in the Where's Waldo series. So that was kind of a fun video to put together. I kind of figured not a lot of people would watch it. But it is kind of interesting to talk about some of the games that you don't know about. In particular, when I was growing up, I played Where's Waldo for the NES and Super Nintendo. And I hear a lot of people talk about the NES game and nobody talking about the Super Nintendo one. So I figured I'd make a quick little video, and then I just talked about the books because the books were a big part of my childhood too, and there we go. Man, I really hope it's not screen tearing the whole freaking time, because that'd suck. When I recorded this, I did watch the recording, but when you're watching the recording versus what's actually happening, you can kind of tell. Like, I kind of had a feeling that this might happen a little bit, because suddenly the recording would be trailing off pretty far away from where I was actually at in the game, and then magically catch up. And I was like, oh, there we go. That's going to be fun. This is Bonefish, by the way. Probably the best, or one of the best, underwater fights you'll ever find in a video game. Honestly, Bonefish is a really cool design, and frankly, it's just a really fun fight in general. It's got that tense atmosphere, but it's not too awfully difficult either. Yeah, I apologize. I woke up way earlier than I should have, and had to do some of the adulting stuff, you know, getting oil changes and stuff, so it's fun. Honestly, recording is fun anymore, and I don't know if it's like the program, the software, or the hardware. I'm betting it's partially the hardware, but I've been kind of waiting off on it, but I should be getting a new Elgato system soon. But, yeah, unfortunately, until that happens, I'm just kind of hurting on console recordings entirely. And I think it happens when the game is 60 FPS. So, basically what happens is that the recording knocks it down to, I think, 30 FPS or whatever, which is fine for a video, you know, on YouTube or whatever, but, like, unless you're talking about frames dropping, it doesn't really matter what the recording looks like, per se, but I don't really have a way to fix that either, so there's that. But, yeah, because, you know, there's a frame rate issue going on where my Elgato's only recording in a certain FPS and the game is running at a higher FPS, I think that's what's causing the issue entirely. That's just a guess on my part, but I'm no expert by any means. I'm barely function what the hell frames per second even are. So, yeah, fun. Whee. Nope, Bonefish took out another column. I like how the more aggressive he gets, the more he actually ends up helping you out. Oh, man. Now that's a terrifying view. Too bad it only happened like once in this level. It's still a really fun underwater fight, though. Like, the music is really good. The atmosphere is really cool. That was a hell of a shot, too. Yep, and there goes Bonefish. Done and done. Not bad by any means. So yeah, Bonefish. Probably one of the better underwater fights you're going to find. A lot of people state like the Legend of Zelda one from Twilight Princess. I don't know. That guy just kind of sits there and does nothing. Like that giant, it's cool. It has presence, but it's not as oh, I apologize for yawning so much. Jeez Louise. It's not as in-depth as this one is. This one you actually have to like think and focus, and the Zelda one you just kind of wait for it to get near and swim at it. Like, okay. It's basically just the Unagi fight from Mario 64, but an actual fight instead of just trying to grab the star off of its tail. So that's taken care of. So after that, I decided to go in 100% Gold Leaf Galaxy. Yeah, we will be doing some of the other stars in the tube ring over there, but for the most part, yeah, we're going to be focused on Gold Leaf Galaxy. So a lot of people criticize this level. Oh, I gotta quit doing that. A lot of people criticize this level for basically being the the second galaxy, but in reverse. And it's not quite that, is it? The main platform is, yes, but, you know, that one asset is reused, but given autumn colors, which is highly appropriate. We are in November, after all. But yeah, outside of that, the galaxy is still rather original. Basically, just one galaxy got extra stars. That's the way I look at it, anyway. Stump the Stump, which gives you a trail of coins that show you right to the free life. I almost said trail of rings instead of coins. Which is funny because I have Sonic on the brain. Why? I don't know. I'm not playing Sonic games right now. I've been playing Sonic X Shadow casually, but outside of that, I haven't even really played it. I bought it. I haven't had time to really sit down and play it yet. I want to. It's cool, but it kind of annoys me that everyone's acting like it's this brand new game that nobody's ever seen. Guys, it's just Sonic Generations. That crap came out for the 360 back in the day. Don't get me wrong, Sonic Generations is awesome. But, like, it's still just that same game. You just got a fairly beefy DLC pack added to it, which I'll give credit where credit's due. That DLC pack actually looks really good, and that's why I bought it. I double dipped for sure, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it's this brand new game. It's a brand new Sonic and Shadow. No, it's a Sonic game with Shadow now tagged into it to give it some extra depth, which is cool, but yeah. And I think a lot of the shadow levels are just they're just levels that showed up in some of the other versions of the game. Because like Sonic Generations had a 3DS version, like a handheld version, and they had some different levels on there. And it sounds like some of the levels that you deal with are from that particular version. Not all of them, of course, but enough. Some of them are new, but I don't know. People are overly excited about things like that, and that's fine. I have no problem with it, but it's just kind of funny to me at the same time. Brand new game. Not really, though. Oh, I'm yawning again. Jeez, I should have taken a nap before this. Sorry, guys. I'm really groggy 10 minutes in, and I've yawned like 10 different times. Jeez Louise. So what we're doing here is we're collecting little blue star fragments for the little bunny guys. That's because they need to get home, and to do so, they need these star fragments. But you know how it is in Mario games, where everyone is basically inept at actually doing anything if you're not helping them. So, yeah, there you go. Will these guys have ever made it back home if Mario didn't show up to help? The answer is probably no. Now, why are they down here in the first place? Well, probably because of food. Like, you'll see their planet in a second. It's literally just an empty... the last L from the star bit. It's literally just an empty lot, realistically. I don't know why I decided to land on that rock, but that was done with me. Let's see here. Nothing really stands out in this galaxy, though, either. This is a bit of an interesting boss fight towards the end, but for the most part, this galaxy is horribly forgettable. That's the biggest issue with this galaxy. Like, it's fine that they flipped it around. They added enough new stuff for it to be its own thing, in my opinion. But at the same time, even with the new stuff, it's still just one of the more underwhelming galaxies. Which is a shame. My brother has a power star, but he's the fastest of us all. Think you can catch him? Boing! Yes, I do. I don't know what's up with that black hole, though. Like, why is there a black hole just out in the middle of nowhere? What, they think people are going to fly to this? Like, with the beam suit or something? So there's a couple of different strategies you can use to catch the rabbit. None of which are speed-based. You can't outrun him, per se. Like, no matter what, he'll always be a bit faster than you are. And he corners a lot better, too. I think you can use the blocks to smack him if you have good enough aim. I, of course, don't, because I'm an idiot, but... Like that right there. Should have probably hit him, but didn't. Notice I did hit him on that second attempt, but I was too busy distracted with grabbing star bits for no particular reason, so that was dumb of me. But there's another method too. Yeah, get that rabbit. He's a moon rabbit. He's got a power star. I'm a little too distracted by getting the Mario Kart-esque item blocks. I could have grabbed him there, too, if I wasn't, you know, being dumb. And again we go. Got him. Boing, you got me. All right, then. Yeah, what's up, Doc? Don't expect to catch me so easily next time, Doc. Yahoo! I'll tell you what, I like Let's Playing this game. It's kind of relaxing, but I'm not looking forward to 100%ing other Mario games. The next 3D games, which I might, I'll do Super Mario Galaxy 2 next for sure. But afterwards, I'm probably going to take a break on 3D Mario entirely, because the next couple of games would be Super Mario 3D Land and what was the other one? Oh yeah, Super Mario 3D World. Yeah, not looking forward to either of those, because that's basically just several... If you're playing alone, that's basically several Let's Plays in one go. Because to 100% Super Mario 3D Land, you have to basically beat the game twice. One is Mario, one is Luigi. Yippee skippy for that. Ugh. Then you got Super Mario 3D World, where you have to beat the game as 5 different playable characters. Mario, Luigi, Toad, Princess Peach, and the secret unlockable character. Who I'm not going to necessarily go into details here, but... I'm going to play the game. Yeah, that'll probably be a thing if I get to that point. Clearly, I'm better at aiming now with this game than I was beforehand. See, now you can't fly to that world over there, I guess. The beasts. Like, why would you try? It's too far away anyway. It kind of dawns on me here about, like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to use the B power-up. But then I'm like, wait a minute. Hold the phone. My memory's clicking in. I think I've done this before. Hold on. I think I remember this situation with the bubble back here. I tried this several times, guys, just to let you know. It took me a bit to figure out what to do. I'm like, well, that didn't work. Let's try that again. And this time grab the medallion. Brilliant. That's what triggers this. Nope. It triggers star bits. And a life. People tell me to get a life. I have to tell them I have several. I'm a gamer. It's only about here that I accidentally trigger the dang thing. You gotta hit it with your cruiser. Oh. Sorry for the interruption there, guys. The cat wanted in. Alright, got the star. I knew the cat needing to come in would be an issue, which is why I kind of went quiet on everybody. I apologize. Oh, man. This is what I get for not sleeping properly. Not really much I can do about that, though. When you wake up 2 hours before you're supposed to wake up, it's kind of hard to, you know, get back down and wire back down. So that's fun. If you guys think, we'll take a sleeping pill. Well, that doesn't work. I've tried that before. Unfortunately, I have woken up or not been able to even get to sleep sometimes while taking a sleeping pill. And That's miserable, I'm telling you. The cat is in here, and she is ecstatic. I do apologize for not getting a Let's Play done before my Where's Waldo thing, by the way, guys. Unfortunately, we had a dog pass away, and I don't know if I talked about it on this channel yet or not, but it was pretty heartbreaking. So, yeah. That's probably part of the reason why I can't sleep, if I'm going to be real with you guys. Because the dog slept in the room with us, and unfortunately, not having a dog curled up next to my feet has definitely been affecting my sleep. It's been affecting my posture better, but sleep, not so much. So, there's that. Yeah, it was a pretty unfortunate set of circumstances, so I was pretty bummed out. She's shown up in videos before. She's played one of the heads of Cerberus for me. And unfortunately, she won't be able to show up in a video anymore. So that's sad. But back to more interesting things, I guess, to try and quell the sadness, so to speak. Wiggler. All right. Yeah. Nintendo Music app is a thing now. Let's talk about that for a second. Systematically both the best and worst thing ever. I love it and I hate it at the same time. I love it because now there's a place to listen to a lot of really good tunes. Super Mario Galaxy is one that a lot of people really wanted. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of like the orchestral big music pieces per se. Like, there's a couple of tunes for sure that I like from Super Mario Galaxy, but I don't listen to this soundtrack a lot in my spare time. However, I know there's a lot of people who have been asking for, you know, Super Mario Galaxy to get some iTunes or Spotify or something. And it's finally nice that there's an option. It's a pain in the butt because you have to have like the subscription, but there are options now. Now, that being said, the options in the My Music app are incredibly limited. This is what I don't like about Nintendo, because they drip feed everything. Why? Just give us a big release. Like, man, there's some things that you just don't need to drip feed to people, you know? Like, they're acting like it's a big deal that we put Wii Sports music on there. Neat. What about, like, the 50 other soundtracks that you should have on there? And don't get me wrong, I get not doing everything at, like, a moment's notice. But the amount of music that was actually on this app was so small that drip feeding after the fact just kind of seems like it's an insult to me, personally. Like, I hate the fact that they're doing it. Now, that being said, I do get some of the issues with putting, like, everything on there. For example, Smash Brothers. What do you do about Smash Brothers in a music app like that? The answer is I don't know. But what I would do, personally, is when it comes to Smash Brothers, I would put the remixes on there only. So only Smash Original Cat. Quit it. Only Smash Original remixes on the Smash Brothers soundtrack. That way you could still, you know, kind of drip feed other content. So when something like a Fire Emblem track just plays like it's, you know, normal everyday capacity on Smash Brothers, well, you don't have to worry about that because only the Fire Emblem remixes would show up on there. I think that wouldn't be a bad way to do it. However, and I know they're hesitating on that too, because You have music from Mega Man. You have music from a bunch of different composers. Like, it'd be tough to get all of that music on there, too. So, like, you know, what do? Maybe... oh, excuse me. Maybe the Smash original tracks could go on there, but is Nintendo going to, like, put Mega Man on some of this stuff? I'm not entirely sure. And that's the problem. Like, what do you do about the original remix that is Mega Man or Banjo-Kazooie or something like that? And, okay, maybe you do put them on the music app, but now what? Do you put compositions from the original games on there? That enemy's so cheap. That's the big question. Like, you know, oh, hey, you got Mega Man on this My Nintendo Music thing, and you can listen to some Mega Man tunes. That's really cool. But then, like, now what? You know, what do you do about Mega Man's original compositions? There are amazing tracks from the Mega Man series that I would love to see on my music. But that's a lot of copyright as well that you're going to have to deal with. I was robbed on the Wiggler guy, too. Man. Instead of dying constantly because you messed up, they just make it tedious to go back and get. Like, oh, man. I didn't really want to go back and get that stupid B power-up, but I guess I got it now. Because you got to drag the Cataquack all the way to the B power-up. Then you got to drag him all the way back to the Jenga statue over here. There we go. But now that it's clear of enemies, it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, you know, there's definitely some problems with Smash Brothers being put into the music app. But I want it. For example, the new the Super Mario Brothers 3 track from Melee would be amazing. And case in point, Smash Brothers and Smash Brothers Melee should be on the music app because there's no third-party characters there. There's no third-party music to worry about. So why aren't those on there, huh? Certainly there couldn't be that many copyrights to, you know, music and everything. I know there's quite a few different composers, but, like, Nintendo should just own the music outright, shouldn't they? Also, bonus, Melee had an orchestral concert. And you could get a copy of the CD through the orchestral concert, which I still have somewhere. You could get that through Nintendo Power. Well, is that going to be released to the app? I hope so, because that's amazing. I mean, they put, the Wii channels on there. Oh, man. Glad those Wii channel tunes are on there. And I'm sure the only reason they did that is because the Wii Shop channel music is in a lot of TikTok trends right now. That's the only reason. The first time you opened up that music app, that there was Wii channel music on there. Like, what the hell? Sorry, drinking a soda. It's one of the probiotic sodas, so it's not bad for me. Hypothetically, anyway. Alright, one up. Heck yeah. But I missed the rebound. Oh well. But yeah, there was such a limited selection when it started out. They've added a couple. They added Super Mario Wonder, Donkey Kong Country 2, and they added what was the other one? Wii Sports. What a lame selection. The obvious best situation on there that they've added so far, which has been out for a couple weeks, like a week or two now. The best track on there is easily Donkey Kong Country 2. Donkey Kong Country 2 has an amazing soundtrack, and I am glad that, you know, I can just listen to that in my car now. Mario Wonder's not bad. Wii Sports still had some good tunes. But at the end of the day, is that really what anybody's asking for? Sure. You got some other tracks on there. You got Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and honestly, they have every track on there, including some of the DLC tracks, too. And some of the more hidden tracks, which is really cool. But, that's the only Pokemon game on there. I don't know why. You had plenty of tracks from Gold and Silver, or even Heart Gold and Soul Silver. You could finally introduce people to the Famicom Legend of Zelda soundtrack. That'd be cool. They did it with Metroid, where they had Metroid and the Famicom one. And if you guys are wondering why that may or may not be, it's because the Famicom had better sound capabilities than the American NES. And because of that, some of the tracks that are in Metroid are just straight up better, or at least more fleshed out, I suppose you could say, than the tracks in the NES one. I lost my train of thought there for a second. Basically, the Famicom is usually the better outcome versus the NES one. Although I can see some people liking the original NES tracks. I don't know why I said original. They're not the original ones. The original ones are the Famicom ones. But I do see why people might like the NES ones more because, oh, that's the sound they grew up with. And sometimes you just like simplistic music. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. So it's nice to have both. But as such, why isn't Legend of Zelda on there? Why isn't, I mean, Super Mario Brothers is on there. That's cool. They didn't have added sounds for the Famicom version of that one, I guess. So, what gives, you know? There's a lot of different NES games that they could put on there. Kirby's Adventure would be amazing. Let's be real here. They have Kirby's Dream Land, which does have some really good tunes, don't get me wrong. Like, Game Boy tracks, Dr. Mario and Kirby's Dream Land are not bad tracks. What about Mario Land? Mario Land, in my opinion, has one of the best Game Boy soundtracks of all time. Like, don't get me wrong, Kirby's still really good, but Mario Land and Mario Land 2 have some killer tunes too. Case in point, Pokemon could go on there real quick. You have Super Nintendo games. It's basically just two Donkey Kong games. And, let me look, because I forgot what other Super Nintendo one was on there. Let's see, my music. Let's see if it'll load. I've been having trouble loading the app, too, which is kind of crap, but... Let's see, Super Nintendo. Oh, yeah, Yoshi's Island. You know what? Yoshi's Island is a fantastic soundtrack. But you know what else has a fantastic soundtrack? Super Mario World. Just throwing that out there. I'd say Final Fantasy, but that's not strictly Nintendo. So I'd get why that wouldn't be on here, but like... Come on. You gotta do better than that? Star Fox 64 and Ocarina of Time have really good soundtracks. Okay. You know what else has a really good soundtrack? Majora's Mask. Where's Majora's Mask on here? Where's Mario 64? You know what I mean? Where's Pokemon Snap even? I don't know. Kirby 64 would be good. Game Boy Advance tracks. Actually, that's going to be interesting because Donkey Kong Country 3 has a different soundtrack on the SNES than it does on the Game Boy Advance. So that'd be interesting, having those two. That'd be cool. GameCube, Super Mario Sunshine, Wind Waker, Metroid Prime School. What about Super Metroid? What happened there? You have the original Metroid, not Super. Shame on you, Nintendo. Nintendo DS, you have Nintendogs. Oh, man. Best DS soundtracks of all time. You know, you got people talking about two of the Zelda games, because you got Spirit Tracks, and you got the other one, Phantom Hourglass. There it is. My brain forgot about it entirely. I don't like Phantom Hourglass, guys. I like Spirit Tracks. That was actually really fun. A lot of the problems that I had with it, with Spirit Track, or Phantom Hourglass, were refined in Spirit Tracks. But music was great in both games. Again, Spirit Tracks probably beats it out in soundtrack, but it's a good soundtrack. Where's that? Let's hear it, you know? Other DS games, New Super Mario Brothers. Da 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 da. Ha! You know, let's go. Yeah, I know people don't like New Super Mario Brothers as a series anymore, but they're absolutely insane if they think that the DS game was bad. That game was amazing. That was probably the best one out of the series because it didn't feel like cookie cutter crap. It was, you know, back to basics with Mario, but it also still felt original at the same time. It felt like its own thing. And the soundtrack was really good. Where's that on here? Nowhere. That's where. And that's a shame. Wii games. Where's Galaxy 2? Where's Twilight Princess? That'd be cool to have on here. Metroid Prime Remastered? I don't know. One of the games that I listed on Twitter, some of the games that I'd love to see. And Smash Brothers was on there. Bayonetta was a iffy third recommendation, sure. But Majora's Mask would be on there. And honestly, sorry, I got distracted watching The Whale, and I'm like, we're in a new galaxy. When did this happen? I'm not paying attention to my own video here, am I? We're swimming with the whale. This is so Mario 64, but more cartoony and with Galaxy's penchant for having just weird planets that make no sense. But yeah, there's plenty of Wii games on that list. F-Zero, that's what I was thinking of. F-Zero would be a really cool addition to that. Because F-Zero, whether you love the series or hate it, has some amazing tunes. I don't know how I survived this, by the way. F-Zero has amazing soundtracks, and they could add that into the thing. That'd be so good. Nope. No F-Zero yet. And when we get it, it'll probably be the Super Nintendo game. That'd be our luck. Plenty of Game Boy Advance. There's the GameCube, N64. Nope, we're going to get the Super Nintendo one. That's it. Mario Kart. Mario Kart 64 has some great tunes. You can listen to some of the more remastered ones in Mario Kart 8. The Switch got all the love on here, by the way. The Switch has 9 games on there. Everything else has like 1 to 3. What the hell happened there? And poor Wii U and 3DS fans, man. They didn't get any games on here at all. Like, what the hell, Nintendo? I get it. The Wii U failed, but the 3DS was successful. Let's go. Super Mario 3D Land. Super Mario 3D World. But yeah, the Switch has some pretty good tunes on here. Pikmin 4. Which I'm wondering where the other 3 are, but that's fine. Kirby Star Allies is kind of cool. But there's definitely some better Kirby soundtracks out there, in my opinion. You know, Planet Robobot, Triple Deluxe, Kirby's Air Ride. Oh, GameCube, where are you at? You only have one GameCube game on here, Metroid Prime. Lame. You only have one Fire Emblem game on here, and it's the only Game Boy Advance game. Yay! Not really. So that's a bust. There's the only Pokemon game is Scarlet and Violet. Again, not a bad soundtrack. I'm not going to diss it too much. Mario Bros. Wonder has a pretty good soundtrack. That was one of the ones that was added. I love Bowser's theme on there. Splatoon 3, I'm not a big Splatoon guy. So, maybe that's good. I don't know. Mario Odyssey, though, and Mario Kart 8 are amazing tracks. I barely just beat this guy, by the way. So, the reason I took off to another galaxy first and then came back to this one, I'm reading off music, is because the comet wouldn't show up. So it wasn't until I raced the whale that the comet finally showed up, so I went back to race the cosmic clone. And I just barely beat that guy, honestly. Let's be real here. That was cutting it as close as possible, but now everything that we're going to do is going to be Sea Slide, Galaxy, and I think I tackle a Hungry Luma at some point in time around here too. But we will definitely finish the Sea Slide Galaxy next time I play this. As well as hopefully wrapping up this area. Then we only got a couple more things to do before we start the Purple Coin Menace. I hate the Purple Coin challenges, guys. They're not fun. Animal Crossing New Horizons is a good choice, because most of the KK Slider music that's on the other Animal Crossing games are on New Horizons. So that one was pretty good. KK Slider has amazing tracks, let's be real here. And this is probably the coolest thing about the Nintendo app, is that they have his live performances and the instrumental tracks that you can get at your house in the game. That's cool. That's really cool. So, that's definitely a good choice. There's still so much they got to put on there, though. Let's be real here. It's an absolute shame that a lot of the games have yet to be represented. Majora's Mask, especially, like if you pick one Zelda game that needs to be on that app, you're either going to pick or I guess one Zelda game that's not already on the app. You're either going to pick Majora's Mask or Link to the Past. Maybe Link Between Worlds. I haven't really played that yet. I know, I said I would. Didn't do it. Said several years ago I was going to play it, and I still haven't played it yet. But, yeah, that might have a better soundtrack, a bit of an updated soundtrack, but, man, Link to the Past has a good soundtrack. What the hell happened there? I don't know. So that was the actual race. And if you notice, guys, there's a lot in common with that versus the Koopa races in Super Mario Odyssey. I wouldn't say this has a lot to do with Koopa the Quick, because there's no Koopas other than that one that's standing over there. But that's a race. I don't mind races in these games. We actually raced a lot. Kind of raced the whale a little bit. We raced the penguins, and we raced a cosmic clone. Back to back to back, too. Huh. There he is. The Hungry Luma has appeared. So I believe we're going to go tackle that, and that should be the end to the whole thing. So, honestly, there's a bit of screen tearing, but for the most part, it was just at the start of the video. And tell you what, my Elgato has done well since then, but I do think there's going to be some screen tearing during this level, because that was one of the moments where it sped up a little bit for no particular reason. So, yeah, I remember when I bulked up on star bits because I said these guys used a lot of star bits. I don't know what I was thinking, because none of them have really, like, been obnoxiously high. Not even remotely close to where I'm going with the star bits thing. I suppose technically to 100% Super Mario Galaxy, I got to collect 9,999 star bits, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm just going to get the stars, play as Luigi, get the stars. Yes, we're going to do 2 separate playthroughs of the game. And yippee skippy. I'm not looking forward to it. Fun playing the game again, but I've never really 100%ed it as Luigi, and I'm not looking forward to it mostly because I'm going to be playing the game again. Like, all in all, it's just the game again. It's nothing changed. But I'm going to try and speed run it a little bit more at that point. So, supposedly you can use the bee to get through this stage. I wouldn't know how. I know how to get the ghost through here. Ghost just flies. Although I think you can refill the bee by collecting coins. So you probably have to go through the signposts and collect the coins on the signposts. But like, that just sounds tedious to me. Probably get the bee out here though too. But I love the star. I love the star here, where you just run through the planet. You just basically run through a miniature version of Saturn's rings. This is just fun. I die at the end, but this is just fun. I don't know, there's something therapeutic about this whole thing. Yeah, right about there. I don't know if it's the turning of the rings or Mario just kind of veered slightly to the left, but that killed me. Oh well. You know, each episode I do of this, you guys, I start out with 5 lives. The fact of the matter is that I had 23 lives and then lost 1 and ended up with 22 instead. It's insanely easy to pick up lives. I'm not trying to get lives, per se. I just kind of collect them every so often. The fact that I have 22 is insane. That's where we're going to end the video, guys. We didn't see any screen tearing there either. That's not bad. Alright, as always, if you like the video, like, subscribe, comment. I don't know if it's going to be next week or the week after, but sometime this month, I'm going to have a Virtual Boy video coming out where I talk about a lot of the games of the Virtual Boy, and some of the games are non-existent here in the United States. So, thanks again. Bye-bye.